As reported this past week, Massachusetts, like other states, is continuing to see an escalation in drug-related deaths. For those facing opioid addiction or any substance abuse dependency, the road to recovery and maintaining sobriety is long and hard. Experts say believing in a higher power aids addicts in their struggle. Reporter Julie Bollier introduces us now to a former NBA star who lost his career to opioid addiction and who turned to his Catholic faith as he prayed for his recovery.
My mom passed away at a very young age of cancer, and growing up as a kid, my mom made me be an altar boy and really never understood the meaning, struggled with Mass. But on June 4th, 2008, I walked back to my room in my treatment center, dropped to my knees and started praying, and I've been sober since. So my spirituality, my faith, my religion plays a huge part in my recovery.
Chris Herron, former Celtics player and native of Massachusetts, recently shared his story of addiction and sobriety to a Springfield audience here at City Stage.
Instead of sitting them down, looking them in the eye, and asking them honestly, why in the world would you let this begin?
Celtics fans will remember Herron from the 2000-2001 season. A high school basketball star from Fall River, Herron began using alcohol and marijuana as a teen. Cocaine in college, OxyContin in the NBA, and black tar heroin while playing in Europe. Addiction ruined his professional basketball career, nearly ruined his family, and almost took his life. Herron has found hope in his faith and now works as a motivational speaker to help those who suffer from addiction, their treatment staff, and their families.
I thought it was important to not only talk about the past, but the present, to talk about the pain, but also the hope, that it's okay to fail. There's a future after it, if you want it. So all of those things inspired me to get out in front of others. I didn't think there was enough of it. I think there's a lot of people who get sober and want to forget their past. It's something I'm very proud of and I'm extremely blessed to have, and I would like to share that with others.
Mercy Behavioral Health Care kicked off a campaign to fight the opioid crisis last month at Springfield City Stage. Herron was the keynote speaker at the event, held to raise awareness of new laws and regulations while promoting programs and services that are offered to aid those affected by this crisis. Dr. Robert Roos, Chief Medical Officer and Vice President of Addiction Recovery Services for Mercy Behavioral Health Care, says faith and spirituality are a key component in recovery and maintaining sobriety.
One of the fundamental principles of somebody receiving treatments and entering recovery is to find meaning, to find hope. And many individuals that go down that path look to religion or spirituality to provide that source of meaning or hope in their life.
Stricter laws have been put into practice in an effort to stem the tide of addiction. New regulations surrounding the prescribing of opioid-based medications went into effect in 2016.
And includes for the very first time a limit in prescriptions of opioids. So for a first-time prescription for opioids, it's limited to 7 days. It also requires physicians to check what's called a prescription monitoring program to see what a person's history is of using opioids, and also requires that all individuals who are prescribers get continuing education so that they have the latest information available to them on the use and potential misuse of opioids. So it's a very strong bill in Massachusetts. It's actually really first in the country.
What are other ways to prevent addiction and support those in recovery? Alcoholics Anonymous, AA, has a deist approach or belief in a higher power in its plan to treat addiction. Faith can be a key component in helping not only addicts, but their loved ones cope. And Faith Community Nursing, based out of Mercy Medical Center, promotes wellness of spirit, mind, and body. Darlene Biggs runs this program and says that nurses working in Catholic parishes can help.
They might do education programs on what is substance abuse, how do you recognize substance abuse, how do you support someone who is a substance abuser. They might have a group of people within the church that are welcoming to people who have substance abuse issues. You know, there's that whole stigma about being an abuser and how to reduce that. I think the more people understand that this isn't something that people want to have, but it happens to them.
Sacred Heart Parish in Feeding Hills has a faith community nursing program that is addressing opioid addiction and substance abuse issues.
We're hoping to be able to bring in some folks that are recovering, whether it be in a student or whether it be a parent, or whether it's a parent and wants to have conversation about that journey that they've gone through with their child, whether it was a good outcome or a bad outcome. Those things really are very powerful and speak deeply to a lot of people.
Today, Chris Heron has had the gift of 8 years sobriety. He says his Catholic faith has enriched his life.
My daughter's getting ready to make her confirmation. My oldest already has, so very involved.
Recovery and sobriety are obtainable to addicts. Faith can help both addicts and their loved ones to cope. To learn more about addiction and recovery, on April 5th at 6:30, Sacred Heart Parish in Feeding Hills will host its second session addressing the topic. It is free and open to the public. I'm Julie Beaulieu for Reel to Reel.
For more information on Mercy Hospital's programs, you can visit a link on our website at iobserve.org.